Time is a very cruel thing, and getting old is the ultimate cringe. But unfortunately, you can't escape it. Aging is an unavoidable fate, unless you're Peter Pan or a lobster, I guess. And the older I get, I take a look in the mirror, and I no longer see a young, spry whippersnapper named Charles with stars in his eyes. I see Squidward. Because now, just like Squidward, when I see people having fun in ways that I don't fully understand, it gets under my skin and I start complaining. As I'm entering my geriatric years, all I want to do is play my clarinet and then, shake my fist screaming, "Bah humbug, you wipe that smile off your face right now, you fucking milk drinking little nerd. I don't understand why you're enjoying that kind of content." And that's what I'm here to do again today. I'm here to just complain about something I don't fucking get, and something I think is really stupid. It's the entire baby Gronk stuff going on right now. This shit has been contaminating my Twitter timeline for the last 3 days. Basically, is baby Gronk the new drip king, or is he just getting rizzed up by Livy? I'm bilingual, I speak fluent English and gamer, and neither one of those help explain what I just read there. Son of a bitch, what does that mean? I had to do legitimate research to figure out what all of this was about. So I'm here to share my findings like an archaeologist presenting it to the museum, so that way you too can understand what all this hoopla is about. And I'll just boil it down to the basics. Baby Gronk is like a 9-year-old kid who's, I guess, like a football prodigy, but it's his dad that's kind of the puppet master behind this whole operation of viral fame, where the dad keeps pathetically messaging every outlet ever to keep reporting on his son to keep the memes alive, so that way his son can have a bigger online presence like on Instagram, TikTok, and all of that. So it's his dad trying to pump up these online numbers. And through the interviews I've watched with baby Gronk and his dad, it's super clear that the dad is just living vicariously through his child here and trying to make money off of his viral fame. So I actually think it's really fucking sad, honestly. But let's go through this whole thing top to bottom. It all started with this video.
Hey, are you that kid from the internet?
Yeah, I'm baby one.
I'm Liv. Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
Liv.
What are you doing at LSU?
I'm a player.
You have to come here. It's awesome.
I probably will.
You're so cute.
That whole interaction felt like it was NPCs in Skyrim having some kind of malfunctioning dialogue tree take place. That was so fucking weird. So, what happened there? The woman in that video, her name's Livy Dunn, and she's an online sensation as well as just a very high-level gymnast, so she is an adult. And baby Gronk is 9 years old. And this led to the internet as well as baby Gronk's father leaning into the idea that these two were flirting with each other, which is why the caption is Riz Game. For those that don't understand, Riz is like charisma, and it's kind of just replaced like flirting. Basically, when you're talking about Riz, you're talking about like how well you were able to communicate with a female flirtatiously, if I was to try and break it down scientifically. So to try and like spin this interaction as some kind of like romantic thing, I think is fucking awful. That shit is creepy. What in tarnation? That is a 9-year-old child. And Livy is an adult. That is so weird, especially for the dad to be leaning into that shit. Here's an interview he did about it from TMZ.
Everyone's wondering if you're the new drip king. We got to ask baby Gronk himself, are you the new drip king?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Another new wild name enters into the Thunderdome. Drip King is the name of a guy who was previously dating Livy. He called himself the Drip King. It sounds like a title that you would earn, like in the Fast and Furious universe, how they have the Drift King. But it's not. It's just some goofball on the internet called Drip King. And now, since the Livy and Baby Gronk had that meetup and people spun it as like a romantic thing, people are saying Baby Gronk's the new Drip King. And if you pay attention in this interview here, the dad walks away and you can literally hear him tell Baby Gronk to flex on them. I'll play it again just in case you missed it.
Yeah.
To me, it seems pretty clear that this is a father who was unable to achieve anything of note in his own life and is now trying to do everything possible to control his child's life to fulfill his dreams. You see this a lot in the modern landscape of things where parents use their children as props in their videos, or as vessels for their own clout hunger. There is no shortage of examples for parents that try and live vicariously through their kids or try and use their kids to make money for themselves. That's something that's been happening for a long time now, and this really seems like another one of those sad cases.
So Livy, wasn't just rizzing you up for clout then?
No, she I told him, if whenever you turn 18 years old, maybe you and Livy can get together and y'all can be the richest couple on the internet.
That just sounds so creepy. This is a child. Bro, your kid is a kid. There are Fortnite skins almost as old as your son. Why are you even talking like this?
Livy just convinced Baby Gronk to commit to LSU. Baby Gronk is the #1 college football prospect in the country. He averages 300 yards and 5 touchdowns a game. On his visit to LSU, Livy rizzed him up. Livy even hugged Baby Gronk. He might be the new Riz King. Do you think Baby Gronk will lead LSU to a national championship?
This is what really made the whole thing go viral. This video got posted everywhere talking about how uncomfortable it made them, saying the video made them feel schizophrenic because the dude in it is so concerningly robotic. He's like an animatronic from fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just a weird video, but it's clearly by design. The guy behind it, I think, is pretty obviously making a joke out of it, like it's supposed to be satirical. But it is still an odd thing to catch on as a meme about a child and an adult like flirting with each other and convincing this kid to go to that college to play sports. Now, the stats that he vomits out there, like the 300 yards and 5 touchdowns a game, I'm pretty sure that's all just made up and baloney, just made to be silly and over the top. But even still, the dad does keep getting these celebrities and college campuses to like meet up with his son or take his son on a tour of the campus, and he makes content around that. So a lot of people really did believe that he was like getting recruited to these colleges and committing to like LSU like off rip. But that just doesn't make any sense. Just because a kid's dominating the Pee Wee football league, if he actually is, that doesn't mean that he's a good college recruit. He's 9 fucking years old. He just graduated from diapers a few years ago. There are so many things that could change on his journey through life. He could stop wanting to play football. He could stop growing. He could just, decide to play with Legos for the rest of his life. Like, that would be a really awful start for recruiting. I highly doubt colleges are legitimately looking at a 9-year-old as a potential prospect. Usually they'd look at, like, high school, and I guess maybe, like, middle school if there's some absolute, like, mutant football-playing god there. But that's just not even the case here. He's not even in middle school. So I think it's all just a bunch of, mumbo jumbo in order to increase the virality of the Baby Gronk brand. It's all calculated from the father, and it's all really fucking embarrassing from the dad. Everything I read from him makes me dislike the dad more and more, such as him talking about how he's always had a plan for his son and it's playing out right now, which really makes it seem like he only had a kid in order to focus on one thing in particular, which was money making. He also talks about and toots his own horn about how great at marketing he is and how he really understands the internet landscape and the balance between reality and the internet world. He tries to spin it in a way where he's like a hero who's just making sure his son is set for life so he can be a millionaire as soon as possible. But it really just comes off as kind of slimy to me. But yeah, there was another follow-up video after that one went viral where it kind of, exacerbated the meme even further and then even brought the Drip King into the equation.
Baby Gronk just stole Livy from the Drip King. On his visit to LSU, Baby Gronk rizzed up Livy and they started dating. They are so in love, Baby Gronk got Livy's name tattooed on his arm. Is Baby Gronk the new Drip King, or is Livy just using him for clout?
Goodness gracious. Talking about a child and an adult being in love here for the sake of the meme, I guess? I don't know. I get that it's supposed to be satire. I understand that. But it's still fucking weird, and even weirder that the father of that child is leaning into it for his kid. Talking about, eventually they'll be dating in the richest couple in the world or whatever, and then, I guess, writing Livy's name on his son's arm? That shit is weird! It's creepy! What the fuck? I am really surprised that Livy hasn't just shut that shit down herself, been like, yep, this is creepy. Wow. But I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because this is a meme that for some reason, or not even like a meme, like a story, I guess, because so many articles are being written about it every day now, that's just infested my Twitter feed. Like, it is all over Twitter, and I just needed to get to the bottom of what the fuck was going on. And now that I understand it, I dislike it even more. Shit sucks. I feel really bad for the kid. I legitimately do feel bad for baby Gronk because his dad is a loser, and it feels like he's just trying to exploit his son for money here on the internet through viral fame. So that is always awful when there's a parent that does that. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit, and that's it. So yeah.